In this video, we are going to work backwards. We are going to take information, kind of give ourselves some sort of a visual, and then try to create our equations from the information. So, we start off with our vertex at 0, 0. And then that actually is already telling us that our h and k's, we're not going to have h and k's, so they're going to pretty much go away. And then our focus. So right now, I don't know if this is an up and down parabola or if this is a left and right parabola. I don't know. This information is going to help me, so I try to build this in order to figure this out. So my graph helps me figure everything out. So my focal point is -3. So that instantly is telling me that this is a left and right graph. So we're looking at a y squared equaling 4px. And I don't have pluses and minuses on them because our vertex is at 0, 0. So we're looking at the simplified version of that. So, so how do we do all of this? So if we want to build our graph, that whatever this distance out, then the ups and downs will be twice that. So if this is 3, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if we're asked to draw the graph, there's the graph. Okay, something like that. And then remember that your focal point, this distance right here, is P. So they're telling you that P equals -3. So 4P is going to equal -12, which means you have everything you need for your equation. So y is going to be -12, or y squared is going to be -12x. And that's your equation. So, same thing on the second one. We are going to, we have a focal point at 0, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a directrix at -5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so if you remember that if this is your P in this direction, then our other direction is where our directrix is. So the directrix on this thing would have looked like that. Your vertex is always going to be smack in the middle between those two. So on this graph, smack in the middle just happens to be right at the origin. So our vertex is at 0, 0, and our graph is going to go, so if this is 5, this is going to be out 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the graph helps me because I know it's going to be an up and down graph. So the up and down graph means it's going to be x squared equals 4py. And there's no plus and minus, so it's not going to be this level of a problem, at least on this one, because our vertex is at 0, 0, so there's no adding or subtracting on this. So p-value is 5. So if p equals 5, what does 4p equal? It's going to equal 20. So then our equation is going to be 20y. So x squared equals 20y. All right, and that was taking a little bit of information and drawing yourself a visual. And once you have your visual, you can kind of put your pieces together to figure out what your equations are.